Episode 11.
Roaming celestial bodies.
Thousands of years has passed since Princess Nostral's era, and yet, human curiosity about space has never ceased. Although ancient astronomers were certain that Earth is stationary and at the center of the universe, they also found that the paths of the 5 planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, are not circular. This observation directly contradicts the ancient philosophical view that the celestial bodies are perfect. As a result, countless efforts have been made trying to understand this abnormal phenomenon. However, after numerous failed attempts, humanity has learned that although the movement of planets seems to follow certain laws, it is still very difficult to understand or predict the movement of these 5 roaming celestial bodies. To reveal the pattern of planet movements, comprehensive data collection as well as in-depth analysis were needed. This means we need an astronomical genius. Finally, humanity's prayers to the heavens have been answered. In the 2nd century BC, an astronomical genius was born in Alexandria, Egypt. Claudius Ptolemaeus, better known as Ptolemy, was a prominent Roman astronomer, mathematician, and geographer. In Ptolemy time, there were no telescopes or advanced astronomical observation instruments. Then, how did Ptolemy collect astronomical data? Certainly, such trivial matters can't defeat the genius. Ptolemy relied on naked eye observations of celestial objects, such as the positions of the stars, planets, the moon, and the sun. He would observe the positions and motions of these celestial bodies over an extended period of time. This was done using simple instruments like astrolabes, which allowed him to measure the angles between celestial objects and the horizon. Ptolemy's work also included a catalogue of over 1,000 stars. He compiled a comprehensive star catalogue, which included the positions and brightness of around 1,022 stars. Many of these stars were organized into constellations, and he introduced a system of magnitude to describe the brightness of stars, a concept still used in modern astronomy. In perspective from a stationary Earth, Ptolemy observed the positions and retrograde motions of the 5 visible planets. He meticulously recorded their positions relative to the fixed stars. In order to account for this imperfection, Ptolemy proposed that the perceived irregular movements were a result of multiple regular circular motions. In other words, every planet consistently orbits around a circular path known as an epicycle, and the center of this epicycle orbits Earth along a larger circular path called a deferent. In addition, Ptolemy also studied the moon's motion and phases extensively. He recorded the positions of the moon in the sky and its various phases, such as new moon, crescent, full moon, and so on. His observations of the moon's motion were critical for developing his model of the lunar orbit. Ptolemy used the data he collected to develop mathematical models and theories to explain the observed motions of celestial objects. Ptolemy is most famous for his geocentric model of the universe, which described the apparent motions of the planets and stars in the sky as they moved in epicycles and deferents around the Earth. Ptolemy's astronomical data and models, as presented in his Almagest, were the dominant cosmological and astronomical framework in the Western world for over 1,000 years. We now understand that Ptolemy's geocentric model is not correct, but why was it employed for over a millennium? To find out what happened, please stay tuned for the next episode, Islamic Astronomy.